Hello, good evening. My name is Lai Kiat. The title for my presentation today is Safety, Health and Environment Management. The topic for discuss is COVID-19 management at workplace. Thank you.
Firstly, I would like to introduce my company. Named Siap Malaysia Sdn Bhd was established in 1984 and has been established for more than 30 years. Besides that, Siap a member of NCC Sweden to undertake general construction and civil engineering projects in Malaysia. In year 1981, Siap was awarded the construction contracts of two prestigious multi-story office buildings in Kuala Lumpur, namely IBM Plaza and Plaza Atrium.
Slide number 3 and 4 is background detail of Siap Malaysia Sdn Bhd. Is our company organization chart. Company policy is committed in delivering quality, cost-efficient project management and construction services that make the client's requirements and conform for the relevant legislation, regulations, costs, and specifications. We shall minimize adverse impact to the environment and accountable for the safety and health of our clients, employees, workers, the general public, and other interested parties in line with the organization's strategic directions. Our case policy is defined and strongly driven by the following case management principles in a proactive and assertive manner. Build a long-term success through mutual beneficial relationship with the client and stakeholder. Achieve our commitment for quality, cost, and schedule. Enhance case management system and ensure reliable risk management practice. Fulfill legal requirements and other requirements. Continually improve work procedure to eliminate hazard and reduce occupational safety and health risks. Provide safe and healthy working conditions for the prevention of work-related injury and ill health. Carry out sustainable construction, protecting the environment and preventing environmental pollution. Strive for continual quality, environmental safety and health improvement and innovation on business processes. Cultivate staff competency, creativity and accountability in conducive environment. Inspire caring culture, promote awareness, carry out consultation and certification of employee, workers, and interested party in safety, health, and environmental responsibility.
This slide shows is case management system structure. The table shows from level 1 to level 4. Okay, now we coming up the topic need to discuss is all about COVID-19. The general information on COVID-19 is a respiratory infection caused by a new coronavirus first discovered in Hubei, China, and deemed by the World Health Organization to be a public health emergency of international concern in year 2019. The symptom will be the fever, dry cough, shortness of breath, dryness, headache and pain, nasal congestions, runny nose, and diarrhea. The continuous slide shown 5.3 transmission of COVID-19. Droplets from someone with COVID-19 who causes of sneezes within a distance of 1 meter. Droplet contaminated surface and object by touching contaminated surface or object and then touching in their eyes, nose, or mouth. The incubation period estimated to range between 2 to 14 days. And 5.5, vulnerable employees, almost as a older person, those with pre-existing medical condition or chronic ill health, high blood pressure, heart diseases, lung diseases, cancer, or diabetes. The COVID-19 affected our workplace matters. Number one, absenteeism. Workers might not be present as they are sick. Caring for sick family members, caring for children if schools or daycare facilities are closed, risky people in the homes, such as family members who are immune compromised or face to come to work because of a fear of possible exposure. Number two, change in patterns of commerce. Consumer demand for infection prevention item, example respiratory, while consumer interest in other goods may decrease significantly, it's likely to increase significantly. Also, because of the COVID-19 outbreak, consumers can change their pattern of shopping. Customers can try to shop off-peak hours to lessen their contact with others, so increase interest in home delivery, or choose other solutions to reduce person-to-person contact, including driving-through services. Number three, interrupt supply or delivery. Shipments of items from geographic areas severely affected by COVID-19 may be delayed or cancelled with or without notification. This table shows is HIREC report, hazard identification, risk assessment, determining controls of the COVID-19 outbreak. And this slide shown is risk register, all about the COVID-19 pandemic. For my company, SEAP Malaysia Sdn Bhd have implemented the Standard Operating Procedure (SOP) of COVID-19 management at workplace. We got 9 activities of the SOP. They are is number 1, COVID-19 committee or safety and health committee. Number 2, we conduct the HIREC. Number 3, communicating with workers and site personnel. Number 4, worker health check or screening. Number 5, progress is site main entrance or site access. Number 6, social distancing, avoiding close working or its general principles. Activity number 7, sanitization or cleaning work. Activity number 8, centralized living quarters, CLQ. And last is a COVID-19 emergency response plan. This table shown is the standard operating procedure for activity number 1. This is COVID-19 committee or safety and health committee. This committee to be established, which will be chaired by project managers. Members of this committee must consist of competent persons registered with Department of Occupational Safety and Health (DOSH), such safety and health officer and site safety supervisor, and subcontractor representative that directly involved with the project that running during the MCO or CMCO. The activity number 2 is hierarchy. Identify the work activities that can be carried out at the project site with the following criteria. First, essential basic work that does not require close contact between workers. Number 2, work does not require skin-to-skin contact. Number 3, worker quantity that can be reduced to 50%. So, the flow of progress is follow the table shown in the slide, and the responsibility personnel also goes on the table. Continue the activity number 3 is communicating with workers and site personnel. All the activity progress flow and responsibility by site personnel has shown in the table. This table shown is activity 4, worker health check or screening. This slide shown is activity 5 of standard operating procedure. There is site main entrance or site access. The activity SOP number 6 is social distancing, avoiding cross-working or its general principles. Activity number 7 of SOP is sanitization or cleaning work. The process of cleaning work to be carried out 3 times daily for the following area: lobby, lift, cafeteria or canteen, meeting room, site office, toilet, rubbish bin or thumb size, surround, centralized living quarters, or called CLQ. All the standard operating procedure of activity number 8 is centralized living quarters, also called CLQ, as shown in the table for this slide. And the last activity of standard operating procedure at workplace to against COVID-19 is emergency response plan. The all progress flow and responsibility by the site personnel is all shown in this slide.
Conclusion: as we are battling a global pandemic, each and every one of us plays an important role in preventing and controlling the spread of COVID-19 in our community and workplace. Adopting and implementing precautionary measures and strategic business continuity planning during the outbreak can protect your employees and your business. We trust ourselves possible fight against the pandemic successfully, and hopefully all compliance the SOP. Remember to avoid the 3C: crowded place, confined space, and close conversation. And remember to practice the 3W: wear, warn, and watch. We will win, and our earth will recover soon to better future. Thank you.